Okay, this is going to feel very overwhelming. It's a lot of information. I only have a few concerns, and most of everything else is typical touch-up. If the homeowner does see any issues that I didn't blue tape, I do recommend they blue tape it, but use a different color. That way the builder can see the difference between my concerns and their concerns. Okay, and we'll get started and run through this. Street view looks great. There's going to be a lot of just general stucco and paint touch-up throughout the exterior. That's what most of that blue tape is for outside. These are the general attic views. So you've got the gas furnace, you've got your general attic views that look really good. I don't like how much rust is already in the pan. It does look like we may have a leak right here at this connection, which is allowing more moisture than normal into that pan. So I just recommend they have it serviced. More general attic views. I also don't like having a brand new home and they bent the gas furnace. No one's going to see it, but that just shows me it got dropped and we don't know what was done to the inside.
Okay.
When my washer and dryer were delivered, they had dropped them and dented them, and the manufacturer just replaced them. They didn't want to risk it. The gas line should have a support, I believe, every 10 feet, and there weren't any, so they just need to have a little bracket to kind of hold it in place and support it. I don't like that they didn't clean up all the bird poop in the attic from construction and framing, so there's still a lot of leftover bird poop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to back up. Underneath this platform, there's going to be trusses. So there's a truss that runs right here underneath that slab of wood. This picture is directly under that slab of wood. You can see how this truss, right where those two members meet, they have two connector plates to hold it in place. If you look over here, the second was never installed.
Yeah.
They didn't paint the flashing to match. Now these are just the general roof views. The roof actually looks really good. My only complaint is going to be this spot here that I'm going to show you here in a moment.
Okay.
More general views. So this is our intake. This is our plumbing vent, and this is supposed to be 10 feet away from that, and it's only around 8 feet, so it's too close.
Okay. And what's the problem with it being too close?
Code just wants 10 feet of clearance from anything that brings air into the home. That way, if there were any plumbing, sewer gas, it doesn't get sucked in when that fan is turned on.
Okay.
Now, it's far away. It's pretty close. It's slightly missed. My personal opinion probably isn't going to cause any issues, but say they go to sell the home inspector calls it out, then they're going to be responsible, and that's not a cheap fix. Just have it fixed now while it's under warranty. I don't think anyone's going to get hurt from this, but they should fix it. While the builder is up there, they should tighten down the dryer vent strap. We don't want that blown away. And they can also re-glue down some of these flashing pieces.
Those flashings look a little bent and...
So they're lead. They're really ugly looking. When we install them like this, we don't have any problems with them lifting because the towels hold them down. And this one they just glued down, and that's why it's coming loose already.
Okay.
But all the other ones have tiles help holding it down.
Sure.
So this is really my only concern. And then no one can see it very well from the street, so it being ugly really doesn't matter.
I guess, yeah.
That's why they just kind of paint it to match. When they install the adhesive, it's not supposed to be installed right here. It has to be installed up underneath. That way when water comes down, it doesn't get blocked. So they just put the adhesive in the wrong spot. Very minor, nitpicky issue. Really hard to see, but pretty much every corner around the home, you're going to see a little bit of that metal sticking through the corners. They should touch it up to look a little nicer, kind of like here. So
Okay.
Metal here, no metal here.
Yep.
Same thing, some of the metal sticking through, plus all the paint kind of peeled off right by that window at the upstairs.
Yeah.
And then they got some paint and tape still on the windows they can touch up. This here is showing that metal again, sticking through. This is where they tied down the scaffolding when they were building the home. They could just clean that up and make it look nicer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show a better picture of this mortar cap. That's